Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to Beyond the Veil with Adina. I am Adina, your resident hostess and medium, necromancer, woo lady, oracle, wise woman, whatever you guys like to call us these days. And I do all of those things around here on this channel. So if that's not your thing, I like to state that up front so that you can make your decision to leave if you'd like to. And if that is your kind of thing, I invite you to stay and make yourself at home amongst my community of beloved busted babies, as I like to call them. Welcome to Beyond the Veil with Adina. And again, happy Tuesday, happy day of Mars to all of you. Please let me know how you're doing as you make your way to the chat. No one. It's been a minute, YouTube, and no one is in my live. What is this? So I guess I'm going to cancel this live. If by the time we get to 3 minutes, there's no one in here, which is weird, then I guess I just will leave. I'll try to do a members live, but it's very strange. I don't enjoy it. Hey Leo, how are you? Happy Tuesday, happy day of Mars to you, dear. It's 2 minutes in. You're the first person here. You're the only person here. That's very strange. I'm probably going to cancel doing this live if by the time we get to 3 minutes, there's literally nobody else in here. But that's weird. It's very strange for my platform, but it is what it is. I don't know what else I could do. So yeah, I'm just not going to do this live. Oh, more people. All of a sudden, right before the 3 minute mark. Interesting. Hello, Erica. Hello, Monica, I suppose. Hello, Giovanni. Hello, everybody. I'm doing good, you guys. How are you? I was not. It's 3 minutes in, and nobody has. It seems like as soon as I said I was going to cancel this live, if by 3 minutes nobody was in here, because I thought that was strange, but here we are. All right, so since I have you guys' attention while you're here, let's just begin. I have poured myself a libation for the evening. This is a little cocktail that I usually have. YouTube isn't notifying you. I believe that's the issue that everybody's having. When we do members lives, I usually have to go and make a post letting the members know that I'm live because not everybody gets notifications, and I think that's very strange. Leo, you're not getting them either? Hmm. Cheers to everyone who was notified to be here tonight. I am sipping a little, hey Natalie, I'm sipping a little Hennessy and Saint Germain this evening. Spirit, is there a reason why my members are not getting notifications when I go live like they used to? I'll just check on that and then get into all the other messy things that are going on. Today is Tuesday, the day of Mars. Mars rules a very fiery energy It can be very aggressive, very volatile, very angry, very bold, very courageous, all of the things that Mars represents, which is why I'm wearing red to help amplify the Mars energy, and why I just chose two topics that are going on right now that are very, a little messy. But first, let me check into my own mess and see why YouTube, why some of my members or my viewers aren't getting notifications. Spirit, some of my members or subscribers, I should say, said that they are not getting notifications, and that seems to be an issue that I've been dealing with for some time now, maybe about 2 months. Why is that, Spirit? You do? Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. You're such a pretty girl, a pretty lady, so when pretty girls compliment me, I take it seriously. Why aren't my members and my subscribers getting notifications when I go live, Spirit? Well, that's the notification not going out, but I'll explain more of why. Now, why do you guys do that? Why are you guys doing this? Who's making this decision to not notify people when I go live? Who's making that decision? Seems like it was a call. Somebody made a judgment call on me. Somebody who had the ability and the opportunity to do so. Now who's angry? Who? Somebody doesn't like my messaging here. Somebody doesn't like my exposés. And the only thing that would help would be support from the people who are engaging with me. That's the only thing that can save me here. But I never ask. So I guess I never bring up likes and stuff like that. So I just thug it out. Spirit, will it get any better, or will they take me down and chase me off of YouTube? Because I don't fight. I don't fight battles that I don't choose to fight. And this is one that I don't care to. Spirit, will they succeed? Because I don't have the energy, to be honest. All the trolls and stuff that I have to endure here, child. The older I get, the less tolerant. Spirit, shall they succeed? The message shall be delivered. Oh dear. I shall YouTube another day. I shall YouTube another day, despite the fact that I don't necessarily always care to. Y'all think I be talking shit, but this is proof that I be up here because of the stuff I have to endure, the blockages to my notifications, the blockages to the algorithm, the trollage. But they say there's a bigger something being done here by the conversations we have, even if it's just me and one of you. There's always something that gets left here for everybody to benefit from, not just you guys, but me. Look, in between me saying fuck this shit, it's me still doing it. Just so you guys know, this is spirit here. This is spirit. This is me. This is spirit saying, do this. We get it. We get it. I'm telling y'all. I don't just be playing. I want the machine to know that y'all, if it wasn't for the spirits, y'all would win. I'd be like, oh fuck this shit. Hell no. People be talking to me any kind of way. I don't get treated like that in my regular life. I'm a queen. Everywhere I go, I get treated like a queen. So behind me, having my moments, the spirit says, "Child, you're the one that we told to do this. We be telling you stuff to tell them, and just talk, child. Just talk. Finish your mission. Finish what we told you to do. Ain't like you got shit else. We ain't gonna let you accomplish nothing else if you don't. They say you're doing just fine, child, and we get it. Sometimes you be tired. You need rest. I probably need more sleep. That's my problem. That's why I be so weary. I don't sleep enough, but I can't. Who has time for that?" And so, to all of you guys who are here, who made it to the algorithm despite the ops operating against us, cheers. Yes. Hey, sissy honey. Beautiful skin, big chi chi cha cha sissy. All right. Shall we begin discussing not my business anymore, but because I just be want to look, and I just call myself to the carpet in front of people too. I don't mind spilling my own tea, so I be having to investigate not just everybody else stuff, but I do my own stuff too, in front of y'all. Because if I'm tripping, I'm gonna say I'm tripping. Y'all, it'll y'all will see it. Some of y'all read cards. If I'm tripping, y'all will see it. But y'all saw that 3 of Wands in reverse. Y'all see how they don't want, how it's hateration and holleration in this dancery because I'm sitting up here in this red, just like the man on the Look, look, look. I'm finna show it to you. The magic. That's the child. I can't find it now. All of a sudden, it's gone. Anyways, Dwight and Amy Howard, or should I just say Dwight Howard and Amy Luchiani, since they getting a divorce. Hey, Stephanie, child. Now, typically, I don't engage in that kind of stuff on my platform because, believe it or not, I have chosen to graduate my viewers. And so some things I make an executive decision that we collectively are too good for. So sometimes if y'all think that I just be letting things that go on pass by the wayside that everybody else is talking about, that's fine. I get it. Log in there and you guys get the tea and stuff from there. But at some point I decided I have to be the change that I want to see. And we have come such a long way. We have predicted so many of things here that you guys should be, in my opinion, yearning for other things beyond the things that you should now be able to pick up on your own now. And so I decided, we too good for some stuff. But then when I saw the bag of cocaine, into the chat, I said, my goodness, my gracious, I have to pour up me a glass of Hennessy and Saint Germain for this one. When I saw tear, snot, and cocaine in a two or four seater, I said, hold that will never be too far beneath us to discuss. What the fuck do you mean? It has to be good mess. It has to be mess that intrigues me. I'm sorry, that's the catch 22. If I have to read it, then goddamn it, make it spicy for me too. Some stuff ain't spicy enough for me to read. But this, honey, I sat there and I watched it. I watched it before I got on this live just so I could refresh my memory. I said, yes, yes, yes. Bags and bumps. Bags and bumps is what I should have called this. Bags and bumps. Bags under the eyes. Large garbage bags of powdery substance. I said, is that laundry powder? I hope that's laundry powder. I've never seen that much white powdery substance at once in my entire life. And let me tell you, I ain't never did no cocaine or nothing like that, but I know plenty of people who do, so I done synced it. I ain't got rich enough friends, clearly, to have quart-sized Ziploc bags full of powder. I don't know nobody with nostrils strong enough for that much cocaine because they don't have access to good, healthy lifestyles to withstand that pure cocaine in that quantity. Listen, first of all, I said, okay, she just wants us to say, okay, look at what I found in my home. I'm so distraught. But then she took out that little container thingy and unscrewed it. I said, oh, she finna do something. When she started unscrewing that thing, I start holding my breath and clenching my booty cheeks in anticipation. I was like, I said, she finna do it. Yes, I clenched them. I said, she finna do it. I'm sitting there in the house by myself like, walls, y'all see this? Walls, do y'all see this shit? Look. I said, she finna do pure cocaine on the live. Oh my God. Oh my God. She said, look. And I swear, next thing I know, she said, I was like, ah! It was bad enough that she was already snotting and wiping. Now, first of all, I know she was crying, but I also have had plenty cocaine users in my family. When I was a little girl and I didn't know that my Aunt Queen, God rest her soul, was on coke like that, I used to ask my mama, why Aunt Queen always got a cold? You know how sometimes you can remember saying crazy stuff when you were a kid? That's one thing that I remember asking my mama, why Auntie Queen always got a cold? Because every motherfucking time she came around, all the goddamn time. And then when I got a little older and started hanging out at Aunt Queen's house, I said, oh, you ain't never had no cold, ain't it? It was never no cold, wasn't it? Uh-huh. Ain't no. I see what it is. Listen. So I learned in my youth-dem the difference between crying and snotting to cocaine and snotting and crying. And the crying, listen, she was high as a kite when she pressed live. This is my personal opinion. Please don't sue me, Amy Luchiani. It's just my opinion. But I believe that what caused her to press live with a bag of cocaine big as this and a small twisty container of cocaine that she could just real quick. Y'all see what he doing? Oh my God. I said, oh, you crafty, cunning cunt bitch. You gonna pretend like you crying? Just only a person who was already high would go on live, snotting, crying, with like only a person who already high. Like it's the high that told her to press live. It was that monkey on her back It was that boy on her. Listen, it was that demon, that cocaine demon that said, do it. Press it. Press it. Press it, precious. It show what it was. T Jefferson. It was that monkey on her back that said, press the button. Let them all see. Let them all see the red button. I could tell when she was, and then, and, I said, oh, the coke. And when she pulled it out, I said, there it go. Ha ha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. There it go. I knew it. I just didn't know it was that much. And I didn't know it was going to make a cameo. And I didn't know she was going to do some on the mob, y'all. No shade to the cocaine users because I keep my marijuana in this bag. But I ain't finna do it. I mean, I ain't finna do no cocaine. I think I done smoked weed on the live before, but no shade. This ain't shade to y'all who do that cocaine, the cocaine stuff. But don't do it on live. Crying and snotting and carry on while CPS is. Y'all know the police love to watch y'all on y'all Facebook and Instagram lives. Hell, on YouTube. I be telling y'all the feds is lurking and y'all don't be believing me. The feds just sitting back, just wrangling them cuffs around their fingers with their feet up, just gas up the SWAT vehicle. We finna ride after this live though. Y'all see this? The feds and goddamn in the evidence room doing lines with her. They in the evidence room. Y'all see that shit? We gonna take that whole bag. Feds rubbing hands like Birdman. We gonna get that. We gonna get that. We gonna split that. Amy, the feds is gonna take you to jail and they gonna split the dope with Dwight. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Amy? You wanna know why? Because you ain't got no money on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. they gonna find you and pull you over because you went on live with the dope in the passenger seat, honey. So they just gonna find you and pull you over, and all they gotta do is find the littlest piece of residue on your dash or on your armrest, where I know before you hit live, you hit that armrest. I know you did. They gonna pull you over, take your dope that you found at Dwayne's stash that he probably hid from you. That's why you was upset. Because you found the dope. And he used to share the dope. And you know, when you went to going through withdrawal and go run around the house, because y'all was probably going through it and you tearing up shit looking for the dope and he petty, so he hid it. And you found it and probably crashed the fuck out. Didn't it? Didn't it? Yep, you hit. He was hiding this for me. Yep, I know that. That withdrawal crash out because you found that he was hiding it, and it just made you even more madder, ain't it? Because he hid the whole stash from your ass and the money, so you couldn't go get none of your own. Child, he told all the dope men not to front you none if you call, and you know they gonna listen to him. So you was high and dropped the call to CPS, ain't it, girl? All right, well, let's see. Let me sip some of this hen dog. See, I don't judge cocaine. I'm just too scared to try it. And this is one of the reasons why. Because I need to be in control of all my mental capacity and functions so that I don't end up somewhere in public embarrassing myself. I'm a Libra, so I'm a little bit too vain, a little bit too shallow to let y'all catch me slipping like that, like that. And I just feel like cocaine will have me out of my mind. And I'll come to somewhere in a public place looking crazy. And I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Or I just drop dead because I feel like my heart, it'll just beat too fast. And then I just have a heart attack. So no shade to the cocaine, but I can't do it. Because look how it make you go live with a garbage bag full of cocaine and do it on live. Do it. Do it. The cocaine said, do it. So I'm going to read Dwight Howard first because while she was doing lines exposing him for the feds, for the CPS, and for all of our entertainment in the car and some out, probably locked out of the house somewhere, child, he was on his way doing cocaine to the police or to the courthouse to file divorce before she could, like she did the first time. He said, gotcha, bitch. So all this tells me is that he knew he was going to file divorce, but before he did, because he gives petty, before he did, he hid all the money, all the drugs, took her off all the accounts, locked her out the main house. All she had was her keys in the car she was in, and she went in there on a rampage, found that cocaine, and went live while he was already down to the police, to the courthouse, signing them papers like Usher. The man, this is crazy. So let's read Dwight first, and then I'll read Amy, and then we'll talk about Blueface confirming what I said. Was that a year or so ago? Child, everybody said that ain't his baby because it's obvious, but if you ain't hear it nowhere else, you heard it here at least a year and a half ago. I don't know how old the baby is, but sometime soon after. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I never imagine reading him. I never think about this person, Dwight Howard. But here we go. Most High Mother and Father God. Thank you for this Tuesday, this day of Mars that kicks up courage or mess. Depends on how you decide to channel that Mars energy. You can either be bold and productive, courageous and powerful and strong and all that good stuff, or you can either be a predator or a prey on the day of Mars. Around here, like Memphis Bleak said, around here, my spirit says she stands upright and sits firmly on her throne. And there's a familiar that sits here with her. So walk light. May look like a kitty, but it ain't. Hey, JD, I ain't seen you in so long. I thought you divorced me after you threatened to slap the taste out of me. I ain't seen you in so long. I thought JD don't love me no more. My shawty done cut me loose. I was gonna do a love spell on you and everything, child. Lord have mercy. I was printing your picture out as we speak. All right. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to contract the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Dwight Howard. My spirit said, yes, Dwight. Yep, that one, I suppose. That's what they say. Sometimes my spirits are shady on sight, and when I close my eyes and see them, it's always a group of old ladies, old black ladies, like old slave day ladies, dressed in that type of material, and they all sitting on the porch, probably gossiping and talking shit. They call those in the spiritual realm the La Madamas, and those are literally slave women, but those were the woo ladies in the slave days. Um, the big mamas, La Madamas. They be the ones who be the messy ones. They said, gay ass. Spirit, please allow me to construct the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Dwight Howard. Oh, the jokes that I hear going off in my mind. Child. If you guys think the shit that comes out of my mouth is a hoot sometimes, if you guys could only step into my brain and hear the things that I can't always express or articulate in words, the things that only comes up in visions, sounds, smells, signs, and wonders. Dwight Howard. Messy ass Dwight Howard. Speaking of Tuesday and mess, you always got some mess going on, and it's always between women and children, which tells me you smell, in my opinion, according to my spiritual senses, like a deviant. They say that you have vices, but I would like to say that I have to call you by specific words. You smell like a deviant. Have we ever heard you in an altercation or an interaction negatively with a man that you reacted to with such vitriol? Oh, you did get sued by a man, ain't it? My spirit said yes, but it ain't a man like that. Oh, spirits, you got sued by a man, didn't it? Ain't it? You smell like a deviant. I imagine living with him, the house is always a bit dark and cold. I don't imagine that it's well lit all the time. It doesn't give me a house that has a bunch of natural light or light itself. Like it's like some people like to keep the light off. I'm one of those people. I don't utilize a lot of electricity, but I do have a lot of natural light. So my house is never dark even though the lights aren't on. It's always well lit. And even if this isn't physically the case, this is what it feels like in there. Like it's a lot of shadows and corners of his house. And I'm speaking in terms of energy. It's always good to clean, sweep, especially the corners of the house. Don't just sweep the open space of your floors, but make sure you sweep the dust and the dirt out of all the corners too, because that's where the energy gets trapped in. You can sweep the main part of your floor all you want, but if you don't sweep out the corners and cleanse out the corners and the crevices of your house too, then you'll still feel a hint of something still being needing to be cleaned out or cleansed. It feels like his home. It feels like his house, his body, his body is his first house. Has a lot of dark corners, dark, dirty corners. I suppose it's a person who has a public image, but is a very dark person personally. That's how I'll sum it up. Welcome, Dwight. Dwight, you have a lot going on right now in your life with your soon to be ex wife, Amy Luchiani, and you have some cases, some CPS cases, some court cases, a lot of stuff going on. So I would like for you to speak to me from your spirit and your soul's truth, and I compel you to speak to me from your spirit and your soul's truth, keeping absolutely nothing hidden from me, not even that which you hide from yourself. In my mind, I heard, how dare you? I dare. I dare very easily, very quickly, very easily. Keep up. Dwight, what's going on in your life and why are you in the current situation that you're in? With women and children, you're an enemy of both species right now. Why? What's going on in your life from your perspective, from your soul's truth? And why? Why are you here dealing with drama yet again? First of all, this is a child card. So at the beginning and at the end of the day, there, in my opinion, is an issue with this man and children. And I say issue because I'm trying to walk light myself and temper my words. In my opinion, this man should not be trusted around any children, not even baby dolls. Not a Polly Pocket, not a coloring book. He should be banned from watching children television. He should be banned from Miss Rachel. He should be banned from walking into stores that have kids sections. He should be... I don't feel like any child in the world is safe around him. And I'm not implying anything other than the fact that I think that he is, for now, negligent. Negligent to the point that it is a choice, in my opinion. I wouldn't trust him. What's that child show that covers all of the songs, like the Black Kids show, and like even us adults be vibing to it because of the music, the songs be so lit? Who in the hell offered their womb to this man? You know what? Just this card alone gives me so much about just how no child should be around him. This is my child card besides the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, and this Six of Cups in any of the pages can represent children, as well as the Ten of Cups because it has 2 kids on it. This, though, is my child card. In reverse, this is a child that's neglected. Nevertheless, in his present position, that's the first thing that comes out about this man. And I said from his spirit and his soul's truth, even things that he would keep from himself. Ain't no child safe, is what his soul said. And that's something that a person might not admit to themselves. In my opinion, this has not been something that would have just come about. I side-eye any woman in his history that has given him a child, including Royce, with all of her talking. I side-eye any woman who has lent this man their vagina. Not even just to have children. This man gives me he doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't give a fuck. And might treat you like that too, openly, because he doesn't give a fuck. But about women and children specifically. Live, in my opinion, yes. Yes. Underneath it, forever. I am going to struggle through the rest of this, I can tell. Now, this is Royce here, yapping at his heels, saying, I've been telling y'all the whole time, but Royce, look at you, on the card with him. You want to know why this is Royce on the card with him? Because of her son. Yes, he was a victim too. But did he not turn out like his father? So Royce, shh. Just focus on your children so that the mother of that child that your son abused, allegedly, doesn't decide to come out and yap at your heels for the next decade. This is why I said I side-eye every woman, but especially Royce. I don't care how righteous she is to speak. Because there's at some point, you said that you went back to him. So pipe it, little yapper. Because I think you're weird too. You smell weird. Coming off of this card, you smell weird too. You smell like you make excuses. Like how you knew that your son was displaying things, but you thought it was just to girls. You thought he only touched girls. You thought your boyfriend's son would be safe around him. But wasn't he ordered to... Where was your discernment when you got with this man? Because I swear to you, my issue with dating is discernment. It's my gift, my vision. I can't just be oblivious to what it might look like down the road if I can see it on sight. So I just don't, for the sake of having somebody or having sex, because my bodily urges come up, I can't sign up for something that I see going nowhere or getting on my nerves. I live a very peaceful life. So if I can see you gonna get on my nerves, it's probably not even gonna happen. I don't care what you got going on. But y'all be so blinded by what you want it to be. Y'all don't miss no red flags, but this is your opportunity to hook up with the nigga with money. So y'all hoes sell y'all souls because you overlook things until they become unoverlookable. And your karma for overlooking things is look to your own children. I wasn't supposed to be reading you, but energetically, the way you came off of this card here, because you stay on his neck and you yapping the loudest right now, Spirit wants you to know, Reese. You better hush it. You better hush it. Because we stand on the side of that innocent child, that your son, not everybody who was molested becomes one. I can attest to that personally. Challenging. And that's furthermore why this man is not safe around children, because look at what his own child became. So what did his own child go through? What did he go through as a child? Because they said someone in his house was molesting the children, a nanny or a aunt or uncle, somebody. So throw the whole Howard bloodline away. All of them. Because they don't need to continue procreating. And it's boys now. Royce got a son. I don't know if he got other sons, but that gene gonna live on. Generational trauma fulfilled. On a spiritual level, generational curse passed on down successfully. The world card, generation, successfully through the women who choose to procreate with him. You detest him so much that you carry on his lineage. You hoes remind me of the hoes who slept with the other species who now are a nuisance to the OG humans. Just for a trinket or two, y'all will sacrifice y'all wombs and your children, put them all in all kind of harm's way. Because where it said she circled the block, she went back. She thought he He was going to try to make it right and do right by her. She missed that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Child. This is a man who has his way, in my opinion. Do I want to go into details? No. Or yes. But am I? No. I'll speak in parables. This is a man who has his way, in whatever way that is. The Nine of Cups, though, is one of the cards that are closed off. Notice, just like the Four of Pentacles, this card and the other card where the person is sitting crossed arm, closed off. There's also a veil behind them, which denotes that they have vices that they enjoy and they don't openly express or share them. They're closed off about them. They're secret. They're veiled vices. And he gets to have his way. In my opinion, he has friends on the police force wherever he lives who help cover up certain things that are, in my opinion, well known about him. Ironically, I was kidding, saying that the police was going to lock up Amy, take the drugs, and split them with Dwight. Seeing this makes me feel like it's not all that much of a joke or not that implausible. See that blue in his white innocence, but that red cap deviance. But he gets to parade around like an innocent, like he's pure, with his arms crossed, like, sitting, resting firmly, comfortably. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Don't matter what I got going on beyond my veil. Even though we've heard about them, people have spilled his tea. I'm talking about countless of people. And in my opinion, all of it was true. And we haven't even heard the worst of it because that's still hidden. Just how nasty it gets, in my opinion, with this man. The general public still has not heard the worst of it. Imagine that. Is any one of those women between Amy and Royce a water sign? This could be either one of them. But in my opinion, this is Amy because this is drugs, since it's a cup, especially in reverse. So in my opinion, she's in despair and she's coping. I'll say that. Falling apart. And in my opinion, she's falling apart because she doesn't necessarily want the divorce that she claimed she did on that live. She was just high and mad. In my opinion, she's one of the women that I was talking about who would sell their souls for trinkets. You know, when that high came down and he went and filed for divorce and not on her watch, I think that should hit her. That she won't be a queen anymore. Won't have trinkets, access, money, and all of that. Such a shame, and I believe she's coping. Crowning him is a man who typically overcomes all of his challenges. That's what he's used to. And why? Because of his celebrity. He's a star, quite literally. So whatever town they live in, he has more pull probably than the mayor. And again, I feel like he's surrounded by the boys in blue, with those badges. You know, in the old school sheriffs used to have those star badges. I believe even the police, in my opinion, surround him, are a fan of him, and protect him. Maybe not all of them, but I believe some. Currently, he's really acknowledging the situation with, I believe, his daughter. Is that the one that was taken from CPS? I typically don't advocate for the system taking kids because they can end up worse in there. But in this case, she needed to get out of there at least. And we can work on getting her out of CPS later. But she needed to be out of there. Not nan adult in that house was responsible enough to be overseeing the well-being of children, including Amy Luchiani Howard. This is Royce here, continuing to expose him. In my opinion, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about Royce because it's what she's been doing, what she's always done, and it's the only thing she can do. Hopes and fears for him is that something legal actually sticks, that he actually gets tied up in something legally that he can't overcome with his connections and his money. Outcome. This man is aware of his shortcomings, I will say. And I do sense some sort of internal battle. For instance, when him and Amy first got together, they were both speaking very inspirational. I do think that addicts, in between being tied up in the throes of the drugs, sometimes they do want to change. And they usually want to go to church and do all the right things, because I've had addicts in my family. The relative who molested me died from an overdose. So my uncle, whose heart is on 10%, shit, when he found out his heart is on 10%, that's the only thing that got him off the streets. Because he'd been a crackhead all my life. But there was always times when he'd come back. It wouldn't last 30 days. But when he did, you know, he'd be in church, talking holy, talking holier than you, probably judging you. And you just have to roll your eyes and wait a couple more weeks till he disappear back on the streets. And that's exactly what happened. And now that he's completely off the streets, he ain't as judgy no more. It's so funny. It's the holier than thou act that they put on. But they need to. They go through extremes. So the drugs is one extremes, and then when they're trying to be off of it, then they go to another extreme and then usually become very, very, very religious or inspirational, or, you know, to the point where they can become judgy or holier than thou. But you shouldn't take that personally. It's an internal battle because they struggle with extremes. That's what addiction is. That's what I see with this man. And this moment is a sobering moment for him. So this moment will trigger him to attempt to clean up his act. However, this tells me that it won't stick. This man needs help from himself. He needs to be saved from himself. He's got too many fans in intricate places. He's got too many groupies who are willing to overlook this and still parlay with him. In my opinion, he's an addict. He just rich, famous, and everybody around him seems to be a groupie. I see a man who's going to continue struggling with his vices, in my opinion. Facing consequences and having people there to cover them up. Poor children. Because those friends in high places, they're helping him at the expense of real victims here. Let me look at Uchi, Amy in his near future, and then I'll move on to her. I'll read her, and then I'll go to Chrisean and Blueface, because I am going to do members' lives tonight. So immediately after this live, I'll go to my members live and we'll do the reclaiming series, and then I'll go to the inner courts and we'll do some civil study. All right, look y'all, Amy's issue is she's no longer the wife. No longer in the house or has access to all the perks that comes with being his partner. That's what she wants though. She would be willing to reconcile if he would. Who's a witch though? Who is a witch? Because I was about to say with that 3 of Cups anyways, I was about to say, does he do rituals? Who's doing witchcraft? Amy, you did, in my opinion. This was your biggest fish, wasn't it? Because you was on Love and Hip Hop, weren't you? This was your biggest fish. You didn't want to lose this fish. Not only do I think you did a ritual to get or keep him, but you also was aware of all the shit that was going on and you didn't care. Why you didn't care? The money. And I think you went to a witch to seal that deal. And that's why you going through it. I be telling you young hoes about them love spells and how they turn out. You end up stuck but miserable. Because all it does is bind you together. Nothing can force love. All you can do is end up stuck. You want to keep them? Sure, you can keep them. But what them witches don't tell y'all is that we can't make him love you. We can do things to enhance love already there or to help you become more lovable. And if he picks up on all of that good shit that you got going on, then love will be made. But if he chooses to overlook a good thing in front of him, then that's his choice. And that should be your blessing, because you don't want someone who doesn't value you even at your best. But they don't tell you that because they want your money. So yes, they can bind you all together, but nobody can force love. No one. It's the most powerful energy there is, or one of them. Love, life, and death, the cycle of regeneration. We're born, we live to love, and then we die. You want to love your career, you want to love your kids, you want to love your husband, you want to be loved. You are born, you live, love, die. Okay, so Amy, I see what it is for you. Let me look into the children. The Fool card in Dwight's present position. I really don't want to do this. Behind a card of a child, I would not want to see a page or a Knight of Wands. This card, I'm just going to describe this card and I'm clarifying. my card of me saying he ain't safe. This card is your bachelor. If you're dating, you're going to run into him. You guys are going to have hot, steamy, passionate sex, and then it's going to fizzle out because he's a bachelor. Stick and move. All passion, though, all sex, nothing serious. Comes in quick, leaves just as quickly as soon as the passion, the fire, burns out. I'm describing the Knight of Wands. Why is it the first card behind the Child? These two should not, in any reading, be with each other. In any reading, I would look at this and say, who the fuck is this? And get this baby away, because they're already in reversed. So that means this Knight came in and knocked this Child in the reverse position because they're still upright. The Child, though, is messed up. In my opinion, access is easy. When you have women who are thirsty and desperate, and when Roy said that she protected him and was complicit, yes. By she, I mean Amy. I believe that. For the lifestyle, all them hoes overlook shit and just get high so that they don't have to be present for it and feel a conscience about it. They just get high so that they can be numb to it all and don't have to feel bad about the shit going on down the hall, in my opinion. Look, overlooking for the money. I'm going to look at this Knight of Wands. Lock him up, somebody. You said it, Leo. That's where he should be. Knight of Wands, and then I'm going to end this because I almost don't even want to look at him. I know what's going on here, but I almost want to do this for you all since I'm not going to say everything that I want to say. Whatever allegations are against him, in my opinion, are substantial. It's drugs, sex, rock and roll. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. In my opinion, put the children in therapy, all of them. Any child he has access to. Training camp children, mentor children, cousins, nieces, neighbors. And any woman who's attached to him, lock them up too. Mamas, sisters, aunties, all of them. Baby mamas, all of them. Lock up the whole family. Matter of fact, don't lock them up because the justice system here, they'll be done got out. Send them here. I'll take a month off YouTube. Just to run down all of them. You goddamn right, pretty Christy. Not just enablers. I feel like these people are complicit. Imagine this, and I'm not saying this is the scenario, but just imagine this as an example. You're a nobody who always wanted to be a somebody. And lo and behold, after only having access to Z-list, nobody, celebrity adjacent niggas, you get one of the richest, bottom of the barrel, rich niggas you've ever did see. And you know that as a dark-skinned woman in this industry, a man like that, with that kind of money, ain't gonna come around too often. So you go for it, knowing exactly what you getting into. But this is your one shot. Now imagine this man got kids. Kids and weird cases. And imagine y'all sleep one night, high as fuck, knocked out, in a cocaine-fueled slumber. And he gets up to go to the bathroom. You see him, you feel him get up, but you sleep good and high. You thought y'all was gonna fuck, but he ain't want to because he said he was too high to fuck. He couldn't get it up because that's what the cocaine be doing sometimes. But he creep out the bed to go use the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom, but goes out of the room. You still sleep, but you can hear, but you high, so you just laying there. And then 10 minutes later, you hear crying from your stepdaughter coming from down the hall. You hear crying, you hear some thumps, you hear the bed squeaking. 15, 20 minutes later, your man comes back in the room, uses the bathroom again, and gets back in the bed with you. It feels like that. It feels like that in my imagination. Pretty Christy. Amy Luchiani. We must move on. I won't spend too much time on her. In fact, I won't. I'll just go right on to Chrisean and Blueface because I already just picked up on her. She ain't shit. He ain't shit. She ain't shit. And they don't need to be divorced because they belong together. I mean, either be together and occupy each other space or both of y'all. I'll see both of you guys bungee jumping with no bungee off of the Niagara Falls. Somebody close to the situation should call me and pay me a hefty fee, especially if it's one of y'all hoe-ass baby mamas, because I'll do it for the children, but y'all gonna pay me. You gonna pay me a child saving fee, a CPS fee. If I got to come and save the babies on behalf of y'all foolishness and haberdashery because y'all wanted a lifestyle, then y'all gonna give me one too. Yeah. I'm gonna call it the CPS ceremony. And I do it for hoes who got with these rich men and ended up in a bind when they knew a bind was going to be had in the first place. And now you need somebody to save your children. I'll save the children. But it's a CPS fee involved because y'all hoes, you ain't gonna get to live a good life and then come to me after you broken saying I need your help and I'm supposed to pity you. Run it the same way you was. Shit. Shit. The hospital do charity work, not me. They don't even do charity work. What I'm talking about. Shit. Blueface said I ain't a daddy and Ronnie is, and God rest his soul. And for anybody with eyes to see and ears to hear, you ain't even got to be psychic. All you got to do is look at Ronnie and look at that baby. And then put two and two together. You guys know when I knew Ronnie was going to die? Before he died, you guys know when he ran up on Chrisean in that mall. I told you guys that before. When he ran up on Chrisean in that mall, talking about he wanted to see his baby, and that was his baby. Y'all keep saying the DNA test, but that man said it was his. And anybody can print out anything on Zeus to entertain y'all. Y'all believe anything anyways. Matthew Knowles literally said, we pull Jedi mind tricks all the time. And they be telling y'all that they be pulling stunts on y'all, and y'all still fall for it every time. Then come watch psychics. We tell y'all that they be pulling stunts, and then want to come asking us to do a reading on a stunt that was pulled and wonder why we rolling our eyes. Child. Oh. I'm glad Blueface finally decided to stop going with the program, though. It was only a matter of time, though. And Blueface seems to be attempting to be a halfway decent father. I'll say at least he's present in his kids' lives. And I do believe him. I do sincerely believe that he said that the child's daddy wasn't there and that he wanted to step up. But I also believe that it's not just that the child's daddy wasn't there. Blueface was in jail. And I think that he took pity on the situation because he saw what Chrisean, in my opinion, was willing to do for Blue. For Blue. And I think he felt bad for Ronnie and that baby. Yep. Yep. And I think child. So anyways, let's read Blueface and then I'll read Chrisean because she's somewhere posting a Bible scripture, I think, and the baby around her neck. Never walking, never standing up, held, sitting, laying, falling, or something like that. And we get it. I'm not coming for the baby. We get it. We all understand what's going on. She ain't got to say nothing because she ain't too far from her child's situation. So nobody should be surprised about that. But everybody who get close to catching a case, turn to religion. Ask Lil Durk. Yep. Yep. So I don't be easily impressed because I'm a woo lady and a spiritualist. So I know what true transformation looks like. And I know how Christians operate. Most of them never experience a true transformation because Christianity allows you to not have accountability. Because if Jesus paid it all and nobody can say anything to you because they're judging and only Jesus can do that, then what incentive do you have to change? Who then can hold you accountable? If you're waiting for somebody who might never come to hold you accountable, then you can just do what you want to do, right? Most High Mother and Father God, I'm hungry. Did I eat all my food earlier? I did, so that means I got to leave. I ain't leaving this house. I sure ain't. And I ain't cooking either. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I ain't door dashing either. I ain't paying nobody $50 to bring me a $10 meal. Alright. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of the young man who goes by the rap name Blueface. I don't feel like looking up his real name. Even though I did before, and I think it was something that I made fun of because it was cute. Like, I don't know. Blueface spirit, the rapper whose name is Blueface, but he has a lot of black ink on his face. His face is not blue. It's actually covered in black ink, I believe. Blueface the rapper, Chrisean Faux baby daddy. Chrisean's great value baby daddy spirit. Please compel Blueface to speak his spirit and his soul's truth to me, keeping nothing from me, even that which what he might like to keep hidden from his own self. Blue. Blue. Why'd you out, Chrisean? Blue. Were you serious when you said you were her baby daddy, Blue? Were you serious or are you just being messy, Blue? Are you being messy and being serious, Blue? Is it two things that are true, Blue? Why did you recently come out and say that Chrisean's baby is not yours? And are you telling the truth or are you being messy and lying? It's not his baby. It's just not his baby. Somebody save all of the children. Notice this was Dwight's card, and I said, why is the child, something was wrong with the child? First of all, it's not his baby. Second of all, the child, in my opinion, is what it seems to be. Is wrong with him? Absolutely. He's not walking yet. In my opinion, Blue has pity on the baby, but it's not his. Remember I said I don't like to see these two cards together? In this case, it's in a challenging position and in reverse. That means that an affair, a quick fling, produced this baby, not the relationship that they were in. Somebody that was fucking Chrisean, but he couldn't publicly be with her. Maybe somebody on and off, like Ronnie. This is Blue, the Knight of Cups in reverse in the past. This is him putting a stop to his romantic situation with Chrisean. But when I read him when he was in jail, I said, when he get out, 10 degrees of separation. He not going to be with the shits. He not going to want her because of what happened to Ronnie. But even before that, this is his opportunity to get away from her. In my opinion, Blue also has dealt with some penis. That's just one of the things that I can pull from this card. I mean, but a lot of gang niggas have. Yep. Yep. Speaking of penis, it's getting ready to go inside somebody new. Does Blueface sell penis in some way? He gives me industry penis. And he gets a lot of girls in the industry. He gets a lot of industry girls. So he must have it. He must have it. I ain't never heard no rumors, but do they say he got it? Because he almost gives me, he sells penis. But in a way to where women would come to him because he has some clout. He can put them on a little bit. But in return, you got to be his little slut. So in that sense, like people come to him for clout and dick. That's what this feels like. But also, I also think that they get a little extra. So you guys better be wrapping it up because I think you get something extra with that stick. That stick has some shit on it, in my opinion. So wrap it up. I mean, in my opinion, that stick has been everywhere. Used to be a commercial, and it's the jingle used to be like, "I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere." That's what comes to mind when I think about his pogo. Just from the Carolinas to the icy ponds of Britain, you name it, I don't know. Just a wanderer. His penis is an explorer, a wanderer and a vagabond. It has no home. It just rests wherever it can. And imagine all of the things, all of the cultures that it picks up and carries with it. It's a well-cultured pogo stick. There. If you like culture, then sure. But whose culture? Like, because there are slum villages out there, and like, yeah, you guys get it, right? Okay. I didn't say whose culture now. I said there's culture on it, but not everybody's culture is worth celebrating. You get me? Soul ties and some old shit, Rosetta. You know, you dealing with him, soul ties might be the least of your worries. Might be the easiest thing to navigate with Blueface. If you date Blueface, your soul is gone. What soul is, child? You, that's how you end up with somebody like that. Because you ain't got one. Or it's already tied up in a knot. So it seeks out other tied up knots of souls. In my opinion, he does everything for money. Everything for money. Didn't the Migos have a song, Clout? You do anything for clout? He'll do anything for money, in my opinion. He'll be with anyone. He'll do anything. He'll collect any culture on his staff and his rod for the right price, in my opinion. You know what, sissy? I think so. The problem is that it has culture. It's cultured. It's seasoned. Okay? Sissy says, is it good enough to sell? I think so. I think it does what it's supposed to do, at least with this here. Like, it's not the tower. Okay? It's not the tower of the devil. It's not even the lovers. Hell, it ain't the emperor. But it seems to do what it's supposed to do. It probably has stamina. It probably works like a healthy staff and rod should, meaning when the staff is supposed to stand, it probably does. It's probably a decent length. And it also probably has residuals left over, residuals on it. I mean, you get a buy one, get a few free with it. But if you like to walk on the side of danger, then I would say it might be fun. You know, we don't judge here. We just listen and give what we see. So I won't speak negatively against it. This tells me that it's going to be used in the near future, probably on someone new. So somebody's buying it. And they're probably just as cultured as he is already. So, yikes. I think that's the unspoken thing about Blueface. I think he's for sale. Like, not just sexually, but like, he'll just do anything for clout. Him and his family, in my opinion. Also think he is healthy, but also not healthy. You get what I'm saying? You guys careful with that stick, because it's got some, it comes across as healthy, but you may not be able to visibly see where his unhealthiness lies, in my opinion. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like some people just look healthy as an ox. Like, no, ain't nothing wrong with them. But like, if you could microscope their internal organs, you might be able to find something. It's not life-threatening, but it is a lifetime companion, in my opinion, based on these cards here. You feel me? I think everybody needs to watch their hygiene over there too. Everybody over there. I think Blueface does strange things for money. Does anything for money. I keep saying that, but let me just get off of that. Queen of Swords. Who's the air sign? Is it Jaden? She's the Libra. Somebody said Jaden was a Libra before. There's an air sign here. Could be Jaden. She knows him the most. She knows him the best. And she's seated comfortably there in his life. Ain't going nowhere. Don't want to go nowhere. Because she knows him through and through. And it's the devil she knows, in my opinion. Jaden, it feels like they're best friends or something. They may have good days and bad days, but I feel like they're best friends. And to be honest, that's probably his soulmate. Because she knows him wholly and accepts him. She knows the good, bad, and the ugly about him, but still wants to be seated firmly in his life, including amongst other women. It's like she wants all of them. She might sometimes put on an air of being over him, but that gives like, I'm above the other women that he just dalliances with. I'll see him when I want, I'll leave him when I won't because I'm not going anywhere. Which, girl, okay, if that's your prize. Two of Wands in reverse. This is Chrisean, very much aware that there are two men standing in between her, and one of them is the baby daddy. The other one is not. In reverse, though. So she's going to try to ignore this. She doesn't want to address it. And she doesn't want us to readdress it. She doesn't want the general public re-talking about Ronnie and the paternity situation. You know how when you catch a dog doing something bad, or when you question a dog and say, who did this to the trash can? If you got two dogs, one of them gonna look you in the eye, wag its tail because it didn't do it. The other dog, on the other hand, is going to find anything to cower under, even if it's a paper towel. It's gonna try to cower up under that paper towel. It's gonna drop its head. It's gonna look everywhere but in your face. That's what this feels like with Chrisean. Who is your baby daddy, Chrisean? Blueface said, I ain't. It's him wagging his tail. Now, Ronnie isn't here, so Chrisean just tucks her head, looks the other way. That's what this is. That's what it feels like, in my opinion. Hopes and fears for Blue, not the daddy. Look, this is the daddy card, the Emperor, Big Daddy. In reverse, not the daddy. It's in the hopes and fears position because at one point, he was going to go along with it. But now, he doesn't want to. Not the pappy. Outcome. You know, despite not being the father, does he have 2 kids or 3? 2 kids with Jaden or 3? He is going to dote on his 2 children, period. You will always see Blueface present with any child that he knows he fathered. Yes, that's why she took the calm route. She tucked her head, tucked her tail. She don't want no smoke. She can talk shit to us, to the general public, but not Blue. Okay, so as of now, he has two. And then this is the one that should be on the way in the back. The one still in the water of the amniotics. So, but this is saying the outcome. Blue will be present for children that are his. He'll probably be more present for Jaden's kids because they have a bond history. Her position isn't going anywhere. She knows him. They have an understanding, so he can run wild and free. But Jaden is a fixture in that family. What you will see is Blueface be very present for his children. So if he says that Chrisean's baby isn't his, pay attention to how he handles kids that he acknowledges as his, except for Chrisean's. Even one by a random girl that's on the way now. It don't have to be nothing special between them. It just has to be his kid. And I don't think that he will ever be mean to Chrisean. And if she ever reached out and say, Blue, we in a bind and you all I got, can you send me some money? He would do it. He would do it, in my opinion. But you will see him be present for his children, the ones that he knows are his. Yeah, he doesn't mind being around for kids that he actually created. Even if he creates a whole tree, a whole family tree, he doesn't have any problem with kids. He doesn't. He's not going to be the deadbeat. This is the one on the way that he will be present for. The girl. A little girl. In my opinion, he thinks that at any given day, Chrisean might get caught. He feels like at any given moment, somebody might revisit that case, even if it's a cold case, in her relationship with him. And he feels like she might be. He doesn't want to get caught up in it because that, for one, that happened while he was in jail. And I think that made him change his mind about how he was going to behave with Chrisean when he got out. I think that's when he decided, nah. I think he truly feels bad for Ronnie. Because after he ran up on Chrisean, how many months later was it? When he passed away, I knew he wasn't gonna last long. I thought somebody gonna get him. And did. All right, now Chrisean. And then I'll head over to my members live. I may not do inner courts tonight. I may do that after my Wednesday public live because I just don't like being on live too late on weeknights. I like to be respectful of you guys' time. So I'll do my reclaiming live tonight with the presidents. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Chrisean Malone, Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Malone, Chrisean Rock. Chrisean, I compel you to speak to me from your spirit and soul's truth, keeping absolutely nothing hidden from me, including that you might like to keep hidden from yourself, my dear. Chrisean, talk to me about how you feel about Blueface denouncing paternity to your child, Chrisean Jr. How do you feel about that? Blueface said he's not the dad, and rest in peace to Chrisean Jr.'s dad, Ronnie. How do you feel about that, Chrisean? Yep. And I think that ran Blueface off. You can't kill for a nigga. They gonna be scared of you. Girl, see, you too young, and you a Pisces, so you got both of those working up against you. But girl, Auntie would have told you had you scheduled a consultation. If you want a nigga to really be obsessed with you, pay him dust. Girl, story of my life. If you want obsession down to stalking you, pay him dust. Or better yet, fuck him and then pay him dust. That'll really drive him crazy. If you want a nigga to be up on your top, fuck him and cut him off. You're welcome. I don't know if that's going to work for all of y'all, though, because you got to have good cat for that to work. I'm not the good cat judge, so manage yourself accordingly. Y'all don't go try making a man obsessed with you, trying to fuck him and leave him, and then he let you leave, and then you be sliding down walls because he don't chase you. And then you find out the hard way that you don't have good cat. But it works like a charm when it's good. I promise you. What? What was that? You said if it's not good, how can you make it good? I might teach a class on that. I don't know if you can make it good, but I got things that you can do to enhance it for those who asked and they spirit. I heard you. And I will charge for that class $1,000 now. But if you're willing to pay, I'm willing to share some secrets. There are things that you can do to make yourself better. But at the end of the day, it's got to be in your blood sugar. You can know the tricks, but if you don't have the right type of movement in your body to pull them off, then you just know tricks. Girl, don't worry. Auntie got y'all. Auntie got you for the right price. Because fuck y'all thought. Somebody should have told y'all I was a Libra. Ain't shit cheap or free around here except for charity and gifts. Because that's on me. All right. Chrisean, how you feel about Blueface? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Blueface? That's Blueface and Chrisean at the same time? Okay. How do you feel about Blueface denouncing your baby, your widow baby, and claiming some random one that's about to pop up and saying I'm not he is claiming one that's popping up, but he just said that baby is not mine. The kid is not my son. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who thought that I was the one, but the kid is not my son. That's what he said. She said, I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Ay, Dios mío. You know, this is a communication on behalf of two people that only one person agreed to. Because the Lovers is ruled by Gemini, which implies consent. Only one person agreed to this. Here she was in the gym, punching a bag. And somebody said, oh shit, from a corner as they held their phone in disbelief. And she kept punching. And they said, Chrisean, I think you might want to see this. And she was like, hold on. And Junior was like, ah! And they said, no. Here. So they handed her her baby. and her phone and their phone because they had to hold them while she practiced. And there was Blueface on the blogs saying that I am not the father of that child. And then she just stood there in disbelief. Literal, gym spinning, whole world spinning. And you know, the first thing she thought, let me put my baby on my neck, take a picture, and post a Bible verse. But what I feel like she felt on the inside was sliding down a wall. Yep, yep. This is no, but I didn't. We were supposed to be parents. I didn't agree to you saying that you're not. Why did you say that? Why did you say that? I thought we agreed that you was gonna be the pappy, and now you've breached our agreement. Oh, the mess. This is a possibility of an investigation being kicked back up. That's in the challenging position. So, in my opinion, Chrisean is more concerned with the fact that if he's not the daddy, then Ronnie is, and that could be the motive. Challenging position is that an investigation or even chatters about Ronnie's or conspiracy theories about Ronnie may come back up. Funny you mentioned the age of Aquarius, Rosetta, because I was thinking earlier, I was like, it's so funny that Tory Lanez got into it with Megan because he's a Leo and she's an Aquarius. And that's Leo's sister sign. That's the polarity. Aquarius is the polarity of Leo. Leo is the polarity of Aquarius. So they're literally, if anything could be called a twin flame, it's Meg and Tory Lanez. And in my opinion, they had beef in the other world or in the afterlife or in another lifetime on this earth. Because both of their rise to fame was swallowed, completely consumed in their plight with each other. And now they will forever both be infamous and tied together in infamy. It's like they both became famous just so that they can be placed together and have this encounter. So funny you mentioned that because I thought about them and you mentioned the age of Aquarius made me think about that thought I had about Meg and Tory. It's amazing. It's amazing. I know something that Tory could do to get out of this bind, but then again, it'd almost be impossible to do it while he's locked up because it needs to be a 9-day ritual and he can't do it in jail. This candle is so loud. Do y'all hear that? It's so fucking loud. Speaking of candle, behind me back there on my other altar behind this bed is the group blockbuster / road opening ceremony. So it's going on. I haven't posted the footage from it because it's still going on. And I didn't know if I was going to take any more footage before it ends because it'll be going on for a few more days, but it's currently underway. All right, so her concern or challenging is conversations that may come back up about Ronnie. Past position, Queen of Wands. For one, Chrisean, you played a dirty game when you were at the top. It's almost like your ego got the best of you when you were at your peak. And the power that you had, in my opinion, you wielded it in devious ways, like having a conspiracy with your baby daddies, having one of those alleged baby daddies being unalived, and all the other drama and shit that you've been in the past, you have not been a victim in any of it, And in fact, again, this is my 1,000 times saying this, but when she smeared that blood on his wall in his apartment, I do not believe that's the last time that Chrisean did a binding ritual against Blue. I absolutely believe some of her blood was in some of his food. But at least smearing her period blood on his house, that did enough. It did enough. Another example of those goddamn binding love rituals gone wrong. I'm telling y'all, example after example after example. Now they ended up stuck together when neither one of them were really good for each other. And Blueface stuck with her, but not wanting to be. He had to go to jail to finally be able to break that curse. And almost got sucked right back into it when he got out. I ain't say it was that good. I ain't nothing. Now I was giving him props. I said it seems like it's decent for the people to be on it. But no, Big Dino ain't no dick in the world that good. My personal opinion, I would never advise y'all that somebody's son's penis is good enough for this behavior. Never. I would never tell y'all that because I promise you, there is no penis in the world good enough for this behavior. And I can guarantee you that if you think you found one, there is another one out there, probably several more, maybe even better than that one. Whether you find it or not, that's fine. But just know that ain't the only one out there, so it ain't worth crashing out over because he ain't special. If it's another dick out there that can make you have an orgasm, you know how easy that is? You know how easy having an orgasm is? You guys are crazy. You guys are joking, right? Crazy. Especially a dick with culture on it. Culture and seasoning. Shh. Now you got culture and seasoning in your vagina for the rest of your life. You girls, I definitely did not say that. I said it might be decent because it might do what it needs to do, but I didn't say that means you need to do it. You know, if you drop a very good steak in the trash, it's still going to be a very good steak if you wipe it off and eat it, but it's got trash on it. It's got germs on it, so you shouldn't eat it. That's what I mean. In the future, Blue. This is what I got when I read to see if she was pregnant, but I did that personally. Chrisean ain't going to admit to shit. This is the most Pisces delusion I ever seen. Now, this is a Pisces card, even though it's the moon. But I only mention it's blue because it's blue, and then there's a face in the moon. The delusions with this one. She should, sissy. She should. Now, I don't tell people I don't condone fear. Fear is the devil. But I get what you're saying. And yes, more people should be frightened by Chrisean instead of thinking she deserves empathy, sympathy, and all that stuff. That's how Pisces get y'all. They suck y'all into their delusions, and then you become delusional with them. Pisces need earth and air signs. They hate them, but they need them because we'll be the first one to throw a rock through that glass rose-tinted window, or an air sign is going to jab you. Oh, you look like you two in love. Let me poke you real quick. Let me just bring you back to reality with a little pinch. She should scare more people. See, Rosetta, ain't no shade. I'll call out any attribute of any sign. But yeah, Pisces they're ruled by Neptune, the most gaseous, foggy planet. Imagine if you walk into a gas chamber, what might happen? You're going to pass out. You're going to be a little foggy-headed, delusional, delirious. It's the Pisces way. It's especially about men. Look at Janae Aiko. Look how many baby daddies Erykah Badu got. No shade, but it's the Pisces way. Great lover girls, but can also be crazy lover girls. Them the ones that be outside your house. Them the ones that'll crash out and stab you because they love you so much. Hmm. No shade. Listen, both of my sisters are Pisces, and their birthdays, March 12th and March 14th. So, no shade. And at least with one of them, the delusion is real. The goddamn delusion is real. Do you hear me? My own sister. Real. She ain't as delusional, but because she wants to live life the way she feels like it should be based on societal ideas that society gave her. This is the role of the man and the woman. We should go to church, do this, do that, do this. If I don't do this, then I should be the keeper wife. I'm different from other women because I don't nag. I cook, clean, stay home, let you go hang out, let you make twins on me. Because in her mind, she just wants to have like the ideal. And that is delusional as fuck because, girl, you got everything but that. So, it's like I get what you want it to be, but it's look at what you have. And living in that delusion is going to continue to cause you to have a really messy reality. So listen, no shade to the Pisces because I'll read my sister down. I'm my mother's child in that regard. I am the goddess, and I'll be alone before I settle for any of you cowards. None of you are good enough for me. So do your best and make me, convince me. Pisces delusion. She's not going to agree if she says anything. I have a Taurus sun, so I'm not going to lie. I mean, a Taurus rising. I have a Venus in Libra. So, and Libra rules the 7th house of relationships. So, not too much on myself. I ain't trying to say I got it all together. My thing is, if you can convince me to fall in love with you, then I'm going to ride it out like a Taurus. I'm going to be all in. I'm long suffering. I'm going to work through things. We're going to work through challenges, all that good stuff. And I'm going to overlook, in my opinion, what I used to call overlooking a person's flaws to apply unconditional love. It was really just dressing up in the red flags that were there to warn me. Look, I saved one. I think I had this since I was married. So yes, I've saved a red flag, one of the ones that I used to shroud myself in. Because I just feel like when you got me, then I'm in there. We locked in. And I'm not saying you can make mistakes, but I will expect you to be a human. And I'll expect for human experiences and be prepared to get through them if we both can. But that can be a little bit delusional because sometimes a person will play in your face. And here I am just like, no, I'm going to stick it out and work it out because I see the God in you. I see the God in me. And I'm strong enough to bring out the goodness in you. Follow my lead. And then I look up and I just be there by myself. And then I'll be like, oh, well then fuck you. But I'd be way too late. I'll be way too late, child. So yeah. All right. Yeah, Blue said what? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear nothing. Who? Blue still your daddy. Junior gonna be like, Mama, who's my dad? Blueface. But he said he Blueface. But what about Rock? Blueface with a straight face. Blueface with a straight face is what y'all gonna get from Chrisean. Or just nothing. Oh, Chrisean. Chrisean doesn't like this stuff being in the blogs. She doesn't like the videos on YouTube that people were doing after Ronnie died, you know, talking about their theories about her involvement. She doesn't want that kicked back up. Not in the legal way, not in the public way. It's been dead for now. She don't like that. She don't like it. Look, she be on social media. She be on social media watching everybody's, especially Auntie Sam. I know she done seen Auntie Sam because it seemed like Auntie Sam only read on Chrisean now. She like a Chrisean only page. I haven't seen any of her readings for a while because whenever they pop up on my news feed, it's only Chrisean, and I just thought that's so Scorpio of her to become obsessed. And I know why she does it, because she feels bamboozled by Chrisean, because she used to go up for Chrisean. And I remember her saying she felt bamboozled because she used to defend Chrisean. And ever since then, she ain't let up off of her. But it's because she's a Scorpio. Her obsession has been triggered by Chrisean getting one over on her. So now she can't help herself but to stay on her neck. And I had to but it's shit like that I don't think Chrisean's like, because I think she sees that kind of stuff and she doesn't like it. Listen, y'all be careful with a Scorpio getting them on y'all bad side. Isabel Mitten is a Scorpio too. And I ain't gonna speak too openly on a certain situation because somebody tried to kick up some mess. Not between me and Isabel, but we both were brought up to someone else that they were trying to be messy to, because Isabel just spoke on that person. I still haven't seen what they said, what she said about the person. I don't care to, but somebody tried to like bring me into whatever Isabel's issue is, and that's another Scorpio. So I love Isabel too. Your African sister, listen, I, as a badge of honor, I always brag on the fact that she spoke to me, actually. Yep, Isabel did. Right here on this channel, she did. She came and she said, in my Bantu voice. I had to read it in her voice. The future of, what did she say? The future of divination or something, or this work is good in your hands. I said, ah! I think she subscribed to this channel too. If she's still on YouTube, then she still might be a bush watching Busted Baby. But yeah, she's proud of the Bantu, and I be here for it. I stand Isabel. I do. But I know one thing. I know it's two people on YouTube that she done got into it with. And if I know like a Scorpio, also a woo person Scorpio, them people they got into it, they had some, they done seen the inside of one of their altars. I know Isabel done put somebody, at least two people, I'm sure she's put two people from YouTube on her altar, and shit, let the hoes fight. Yeah, sissy, that one. And somebody tried to drag me into it, but I nipped that in the bud. And I know Isabel did too. So if both of us was nipping the same problem in the bud, then I hate to be that bud. I know they got nipped the fuck up. Anyways, I only brought that up because Auntie Sam might be one of the people that I think makes Chrisean seethe a little bit. 1 second. Ooh, okay. I had to fix my wig. Yep. All right. Chrisean. Oh, this is her right now. Oh, look at her. Does that look like somebody that's unbothered? Now, publicly, I told y'all she tucked her tail. But here we go. Years ago, but somebody recently tried to bring that back up, and I just politely put YouTube on that person that was being messy, and then listen, I understand the laws of power, and once you see an op rear its head, you just cut the head off and don't wait around for the op to get in full battle mode. I ain't got time for that because we have work. We have the Lord's work to do. So don't be an op and don't let me even think you are, because the days of me being reasoning with myself are over. If I even think it, I deal with the consequences later if I'm wrong. But I go straight for the juggler, and I do it silently. You'll never know. Won't speak about it. I'm only vaguely speaking about things now, but I'm only saying that I see it, I note it, and then I handle it. And then I just keep it moving. Oh, Chrisean. Oh, dear. Well, this is how she feels about Blueface saying that he ain't the pappy. This is the 9 of Swords. 9 swords, 9 months of pregnancy. I'm not a fan of watchers trying to get readers to go at it. That's really only happened to me once, and that just happened recently, and I spoke to it briefly about it to my members, and then that's it. That's it. That's just it. But not everybody that does this is a woo person. And to be honest, if you are a serious woo lady or woo man, a priestess or priest, then you really don't spend all your time wooing people, especially even everybody that comes at you, because you're too busy. You're too busy helping everybody else. At least that's how it is with me. I typically don't even have time to service myself because I'd be too busy. So it really is an inconvenience if I have to stop and address something going on with me, because now you're interfering with my day-to-day routine and my business, and now I gotta overwork myself just to squeeze myself in to the ceremony. And it takes so much energy. I let a lot of stuff slide, to be honest. I do. Because if it's not big enough for me to address it, and at this point nothing is, I ain't met nobody that I felt was a threat enough for me to really, really, really be shook to address it or make it an issue. But if it don't shake me like that, if I don't look into it and see that it's going to be a problem later on, then I just don't care. Those who have real gifts, don't abuse them, because we know the cost of carrying them. I don't read myself often. People be like, man, like you don't want to know everything when you can see so much. You want to enjoy life without always being so goddamn aware. So a lot of times I don't read myself. I say, fuck it. Let me just live and experience it, because I can look and see what's going to happen, but I don't want to. I choose not to. I want to be like everybody else. I want to be normal. There are things that I could learn from this experience if I don't know every step of the way. So I appreciate that. I don't use my superpowers all the time. Not even on ops. But if I do, will nobody know about it until I decided to speak about it well well after it's already done and you done been hit. Then I just might be like, oh yeah, I handle that. That's why X, Y, Z happened. As a matter of fact, anyways, back to Chrisean, because child, there's some people going through it right now. Because I had to do a fuck around and find out on my own to say, bitch, get off of me. Whether I know who you are or not. If you own me, if you on my head top in any way, then shots fired. And then I said, all right, spirit, I'm going to look back. I even said, if you still an inspiration, but you don't give me my credit, like I just did to Auntie Sam and Isabel. And I ain't talking about other readers. I don't know anything about other readers. I'm talking about other content creators, because they be up watching the readers too. And then going back to do their content as if it's just hot tea or something that they... Yes, y'all do. Don't lie, y'all do, because I've done a consultation with a content creator before, so they had to know about me in order to do a consultation, child. They said they found me on YouTube. So yes, y'all do. And I don't like that, because it's okay to say, you know, I saw such and such or these people, and it inspired me, because in my eyes, that's stealing. And I just be like, don't take energy from me that you can benefit from when I don't. And then I just sit back and say, all right, well, let's see. And then I start seeing what I can see. So, see, external to Chrisean, justice. The feds saw the live just like we did. In my opinion, the feds and the authorities saw Blueface's confession the same way we did on social media. Yep. 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 In my opinion, the feds was watching too. Certain things they ain't been able to prove, but don't think they ain't been hearing the rumors and the theories. Hopes and fears is the shooter. In my opinion, Chrisean is concerned that the authorities might get the shooter, because if they get him, Chrisean ain't got no money on. What incentive would he have? Not to try to save himself. Outcome, though, I would say that she is going to push through regardless. But didn't that young man get shot in a car? Did she meet up with him and they met up and sat in the car and talked and got into it, and then maybe she left and then he got shot, something like that? Also, Chrisean, is this my second time saying you have a boy in blue on your side too? Somebody from the authorities is on her side, in my opinion. If the investigation gets too sticky, I think this person would try to steer it in another direction, and they might be successful in doing that. But the problem is defending Chrisean. The challenge will be always defending her. This girl is going to be walking on pins and needles for the rest of her life. Somebody may talk, but it just might be rumor. I believe she has someone in authority helping her, And if the authorities, who in my opinion are paying attention, start getting too close, this person may be in the position to steer the investigation another way or stall it. She don't care about Blue being a baby daddy. She cares about what this means as far as conspiracies about Ronnie's death. The authorities haven't caught the shooter, but they have heard the rumors and the theories. People talk on social media and in the community. In my opinion, they believe that the shooter is still in the community, but nobody is giving him up. In my opinion, they have an idea of who they said the shooter is, but they just might not be able to pick that person up. But they do believe that the shooter did so on behalf of two people. One of these people is Ronnie, the other is Chrisean. The police know what happened, but they have not been able to act on it probably because of lack of concrete evidence. And in my opinion, that lack of concrete evidence is due to somebody, in my opinion, being able to help Chrisean in a high place. And in my opinion, they'll continue to do so. Is it the man she calls her daddy? I don't know. That's what the people say. Nevertheless, technically, on a not legal standpoint, his case is solved. But in the legal sense, it's still unsolved. But even the authorities understand what they believe to have happened. They just can't prove it. It's the only theory that works. All right, well, this was fun. This was cute. Members, I will see you guys immediately after this. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'll try to run through whatever president we're talking about today. I don't be knowing until I get ready to pull them up, child. So see you, members, in the live. Everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow because we do current events Wednesday. The only reason I'm doing this off day on Tuesday is because I did the road opening / blockbuster ceremony yesterday, so I didn't come on for Necromancy Monday. Tomorrow we'll be back for current events Wednesday, and after that I'll do an inner courts live, but we'll do the all members live tonight. All right, so see you guys there. Just come on in. Don't wait for YouTube to tell you I'm live, because they might not tell you because they hating assholes, but I'm going live right now. Love you. Bye.